Sporting is one of the giants of Portuguese football. They're regarded as one of the better teams in the world as well. And today, we're playing them in the Euro Cup. And yeah, I'm a bit worried about that. My name's FM19, and this is the Ritornu Gloria with SC Bastia, episode 65. Now, before we get to today's games, a recap of what's happened since we beat Valencia on aggregate. We were home against Lens, and we drew with them 1-1 thanks to a frank goal in the 54th minute. It was a penalty kick. It was very well struck. And then in a surprising game, we beat Monaco 2-1 thanks to goals by Marin and Afonso Sousa. And this is important because Monaco is the team right behind us. Winning put us 3 points ahead of them. And we still have games in hand as well. I'll show you that here in a minute. We were then home against Rennes, and we won 2-1 thanks to goals by Marin and Sousa again. They're both turning into quality contributors. And as you can see, we are currently in 4th place on 60 points. We also have 2 games in hand over Monaco and Rennes. Marseille and Lyon also have a game in hand as well compared to PSG. PSG's already clinched European football. They have yet to lose a game. I think it's been 2.5 years since they've lost. They're ahead of Lyon by 16 points. It's just going to be a while before we catch up to them. But, you know, a top 4 finish this year would be brilliant. We've got 60 points with the 2 games in hand. That puts us 4 ahead of Monaco. We would need a collapse of epic proportions to fall out of 4th place, I think, which is very possible. I mean, you know, it's FM. Anything is possible. At the moment, Marin leads us with 18 goals. Kane Wilson has a 7.38 rating. He was absolutely fabulous in the Monaco game. He just shut down Pellegrini. He was player of the match. He had 2 assists, but it was his defense that really stood out, which is saying something considering how productive he was on the other side of the midline. He leads us with 9 assists. Andre Soldevilla, best pass completion rate at 92%. Frank and Kane Wilson, 4 players of the match, and 218 yellow cards. We got 3 players with 1 red card. Our 47 goals are 5th highest. Our 27 goals are 3rd best. Our defense has really clamped down this year. We're 2nd best. Well, not 2nd best. We're 2nd highest in yellow cards awarded. And we're not, I took off the get stuck in, and we're not marking as tight, and yet we're just a foul-y team. I can't explain it. Today, though, we are playing a very good Sporting team, and this is the squad we're going to be starting. As soon as it decides to click over, I know I hit it. We're going to have Ramirez in goal, Salibi, Ponzo, Cristiano, and Wilson as the defensive back 4, Soldevilla as the defensive midfielder behind Marjman and Afonso, Frank and Armand as the wingers up top, and Marin as the striker. So Soldevilla is coming off an injury. He's not completely match fit, but I wanted to start him simply because I think he's the better player. Gachikadiev is improving, but he's also played every game since Soldevilla went out, and I wanted to give him a little bit of a break. So the Monaco result was surprising. They're still a much better team than we are. They've just had a rash of bad luck and injuries this year. One of the things they did do was they sold Willem Goebbels to Madrid for 98 million euros. He's currently leading them with 20 goals. So, at the moment, though, it's all Sporting. We're about a half hour in. There's been no highlights since the kickoff highlight. They've had 6 shots, 4 on target. We've had 2 shots, none on target. It's not going all that well. However, corner kick in for us. Wilson sends it in. Ponzo's there, but it gets knocked away. Salibi recovers it. He sends it in, and it's knocked away. Afonso runs it down. Out to Cristiano on the right. Back to Afonso. He bounces it off a Sporting player, but it goes right to Wilson. He takes the shot, hits the post. No runs it down. He's dispossessed by Silva. And the highlight ends. Wow, that was a sequence. Okay, in the space of 15 minutes, our assistant coach has told us we should go the long ball, and we should go to the short kicking game. So, he's just as confused as I am. Well, it's halftime. Sporting has 8 shots, 6 on target. We've had 4 shots, none on target. Neither side's had any clear-cut chances. They've had a possession advantage. But you know what? It's a draw at Sporting. I'm okay with that. Kickoff highlight, Morris to Bednarik, and it ends. It's always the one I narrate that end. Neres with the corner kick in. Franca to Keaton. Bounces off of a couple of players before Afonso kicks it out of bounds. Frankic from just outside the box. Ramirez with a stop and kicked away by Sousa again. Neres again with a corner kick. Out to Wendell near the top of the box. Takes a shot, bounces off a Bastia player. Wendell recovers. Shadowed by two players. Kicks it back to Silva. And the highlight ends. Coming up on 60 minutes. We're going to make a change after the corner kick here. Comasanya is going to come on for Sousa. Frank is going to switch spots with Marin and become the poacher. Marin is going to come off and Zadis is going to come on. Marin is not having a good game. He's on a 6-3. Pedro brings the ball up. Holds onto it. Kicks it out towards Franca. He heads it, but only Bastia players there. Back and forth. Cristiano sends it up. Goes to Keaton. Keaton gets the ball back. Sends it across the field to Eliel. Cuts across the top of the box. Takes the shot. Hits the post. Hits Ramirez. Goes in. Ramirez got a hand on it and pushed it to the post, and that was a weird animation, to say the least. Now we're going to go to the attack, give the guys a little encouragement. Most of the team was motivated. Soldevilla and No were anxious. Looks like we're not going to get the equalizer. Van de Hovel. Ramirez with the block. Kangan runs it down. He's got three Bastia players in front of him, and Soldevilla manages to kick it away. Ramirez with the goal kick. Sends it towards Zadis. He heads it forward, but Frank stopped running. He's not going to get it. Africa holds it up to Wendell. To Keaton. And the highlight ends. Only 3 minutes of extra time. It looks like we are going to leave with a loss. It's okay. Eliel to Keaton. Oh, loses it to Marsman. Over to Frank. Oh, gives it away to Silva. Wendell has the ball, driving forward. Bounces off a Bastia player, but Africa recovers. Keaton to Africa, and the game ends. Oh, we had our chance there, but Frank totally misplayed the ball. It's okay. It's not a blowout. It's definitely recoverable. It was a very poor performance. We need to do better the next match for sure. They had 26 shots. I didn't do the end of match recap. 26 shots they had, 14 on target. We had 6 and 1. 6 off target, no clear cut chances, 3 half chances. They had the possession advantage. Vast majority of the shots, though. The 26 shots, 11 of them are long shots. I think that's the one thing that saved us. Our defense kept them high enough that they had to resort to the long shot, but that's not something we can rely on. Next. So we play them in a week. The only thing we have going on between now and then are the under-19s game and the reserve game. So we should be pretty match fit. Fingers crossed, we'll do better this time around in front of the home crowd. Be right back. Well, I'd like to say it was a quiet week in between the games at Sporting, but it really wasn't. Borussia Dortmund offered me a job interview. And frankly, if this was a journeyman or a game that I wasn't invested in the team I'm currently coaching as much as I am Bastia, I would have gone on the interview. That said, I had to turn him down. French football is my bread and butter. The other thing that did happen is Antoine Bernade has a hernia and is out for another 3 to 5 days. This happened before the last game we played against Sporting, and I just completely forgot to mention it. So, on the other hand, Lyle Foster is coming back fairly soon, which will be nice. He is not anywhere close to being match fit or match ready, so he's not in the starting lineup today. This is the same lineup we used the last game at Sporting. Ramirez in goal, Salibi, Ponzo, Cristiano Wilson as the defensive back four, Soldevilla as the defensive midfielder behind Marshman and Afonso, Frank and Armand up top as the attacking midfielders, and Marin as the striker. Well, a half hour in, it has been a very quiet first half. This is the first highlight of the match other than the opening kickoff. Knocked down, Sotavia gets it, but it goes right to Franca, to Keaton, to Kangan, out to Neres. He's got help on the right. Oh, Marsman gets in front of him, but Neres avoids it, sends it out to Eliel on the right. Back to Kangan, to Neres. Crosses and takes a shot, but he pushes it wide left. Ramirez on the ensuing goal kick, up towards Frank. Knocked down. Back and forth. Wendell has the ball for Sporting. Back over to Franca. To Silva. To Keaton. Back out to Neres. Marsman dispossesses him. Salibi with the ball. To Soldavia. Up to Frank. Over to Marin. On pass was almost intercepted. Afonso driving forward. He's got help on the right. Sends it out to No, who crosses it in. Frank is there. Nice. Near post goal. Right past Pedro. Except they're not calling it a goal? Oh, they are. I'm looking at the wrong side of the score. Oh, Pedro probably should have blocked that. Corner kick in. Wilson. Knocked down. Pedro with a save. Coming up on half, we have been this is a tale of two games. As good as Sporting was against us last game, we are that good against them this game. 9 shots, 8 on target, no clear-cut chances though, 1 half chance, 2 long shots. They've had 5 shots, 4 of them have been long. Tell the boys not to get overconfident. Let's give the fans something to cheer for. That is not what I was going for. Silva. Oh, Afonso steps in front of the throne, but it goes right back to Silva, who taps it over to Keaton, over to Wendell. He's in the center of the field, being shadowed. Sends it out to Eliel, near the midfield. He holds it up. Neres has the ball now. Back to Keaton. Bounces it off. Afonso, who gets the ball, sends it up to Marin. It's not exactly a breakaway, but we've got the numbers now. No, up to Marin. Takes a shot. Oh, wow, that was a goal. Oh, that was lucky, but that was nice. Marin sends it over to No, who cuts back inside. Sends it up. Marin just taps it right and takes a ambitious shot, to say the least. But you know what? It worked. No picked up a bruised ankle. Okay, we're at 60 minutes. Let's take a look at what we can do here. Okay, Salibi is going to move to the right and replace Kane. Pierre is going to come on and take Salibi's spot. Christoph Rolland is going to come on for No. And I'm going to save the last reserve in case we need it. Coming up on 75 minutes. I'm still on the attack. I think I'm going to drop back down to balanced. Pierre. Over to Sotavia. Up to Afonso. To Frank. Long shot. Marin gets the ball. Crosses it in. Left side of the box to Roland. Oh, Frank. Oh, he takes the shot. Pedro blocks it. It goes to Frank. He heads it, but it hits the side of the net. 2 minutes left. Man, if we get FM'd here. Ponzo. Up to Afonso. To Marsman. To Pierre, who can't get it. That's a throw-in. And we win. Oh, we win 2-1 on aggregate. Oh, we totally dominated it. Well, okay, maybe total domination's a bit much, but... Wow. 17 shots, 10 on target for us. 1 clear-cut chance, 1 half chance. They had 10 shots, 1 on target. 7 of them were long distance. Well, a couple pieces of good news. Armand is only out for 1 to 2 days, schedule-wise, and this is handy for us as well. Nancy, who we are playing next, is the 20th ranked team in Ligue 1, so I think I can get away with playing a fairly rotated side against them. That said, we received 1.5 million euros. Marin, totally impressed. 1 goal, 3 shots on target. He was the player of the match. I'm going to do the press conference, and then we're going to come back for the semifinal draw in just a bit. And it is the semifinal cup draw. It's going to be... We got 2 French teams and 2 Portuguese teams. FCP is Porto, I believe. And SLB is Benfica, I believe. I thought I had the real name fix taken care of, but I guess not. I don't think we can play OGC Nice. Yeah, I guess we can play OGC Nice. Fun times. Nuts. We're literally playing them in like 2 weeks. Or a week. We played them after Nancy, I believe. We just had 6 matches rearranged because of that. Real. Okay, let's see the schedule. Yeah, Nancy, OGC Nice. And then OGC Nice. And of course, we've got... You are absolutely kidding me. You are freaking kidding me. Look at this schedule. Holy cow. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, well, you know what? We'll come back for the semifinals. Home and away. And hope like hell, like none of my players die. Wow. Unreal. I felt really good about our win against Sporting. That was a nice accomplishment. And then it turned around and get this? Holy smokes. You think they could extend the league out by like a week or two, especially against teams that aren't really... It sounds horrible to say it out loud, but they aren't really playing for anything. You know, Khan isn't really playing for anything. Will isn't really playing for anything. Unfreaking believable. Wow, that's just wow. Well, if you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. Let me know what you think of this schedule. And the over-under on the number of players that are going to get injured because of it. I'm going to put it at 2. Man. Anyhow, my name's FM Jellico, and I thank you for watching the Return on Glory with SC Bastia, episode 65.